Oh man, what a get. Oh dang. Oh, it's Pusha T album got me crazy. Um welcome back to the Out of the Berg podcast. I'm back as your host. Y'all my fellow co-hosts, Avery and Chris. How y'all been?
Been good, man. Been good. Been tired. And I feel like I say that every week, but more so this week, to be honest. I had a lot of work to do this week. Yeah, a lot of work to do next week and the week after. And then I guess until like it might be like that Wednesday after that, I'm done with this class. And even that week, I got like 3 days to finish a project. Cause I don't know why, but she decides to assign the biggest project of our class for the last 3 days of the class. like we have time to make sure everything's correct by that point in time. It kind of sucks.
Hey.
But, I was just thinking, you've probably been in school for as long as this podcast has been running.
Almost.
Yeah, because every episode you're like, I'm tired. I just want to pass this class. I want to go home. Like, I've been working nonstop. He doesn't take a break.
I don't, bro. I'm tired.
I feel you on that, Chris. Hey, how you been though?
I've been good. I'm just telling you guys a little bit off camera how crazy things are the last couple of weeks. But yeah, everything. Anyway, yeah, everything's been going. We're working on some new projects at work. I'm kind of excited about that. So yeah, things are pretty cool.
Yeah, I say I've been cool and compared to the three how it was 2 weeks ago. Feeling a lot better. I went to Richmond last week, so I wasn't here last week. Had a good time. Hanging out with my cousin, hanging out with a friend.
I just told everybody that I kicked both y'all off last week.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You always with this light skin thing, man.
Yeah, you talking about all that light skin noise last week. I'm like, bro, you gotta chill with that. So I kicked you off. Then Avery came on talking about some stuff I didn't want to hear, so I had to kick him off.
I mean, I do talk a lot, so I don't know what I said. I apologize. Please forgive me, Master Chris.
You was telling me the origin story of the ABCs, and I didn't care about our alphabet origin of our language or whatever. I don't, like don't get me wrong, it's interesting and everything, but I can't. So I had to kick you off last week.
Speaking of which, never mind. I could go on a tangent right now, but for the sake of time, okay. They recently found some runestones out in Eastern Europe of a new link between Slavic peoples and ancient Germanic language. Anyway, they were written on these runestones, and it proved that the Slavs had to learn German. It was a little bit weird. I'm paraphrasing, but you get the idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I did see recently where they think it was they found some drawings from ancient Spain or what in Spain, but they were like from a period where actually Homo sapiens weren't present in Spain. It was Neanderthals.
Yeah.
You seen that?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was interesting because they were actually like pretty good drawings and stuff. And even though Neanderthals aren't actually considered to be humans by definition, but it looked human to me.
You just reminded me of something that Dr. Umar said in the live.
That guy really a doctor.
I don't know, man. He's just funny. He's just one of those dudes. It's just like he's just funny, man. And it's like he doesn't realize when he says stuff how funny it comes off. It's but yeah, that's interesting, Chris. Very interesting. I did not know that. Very interesting. But yeah, everybody, I could just tell, everybody's energy is good. Chris, I do think you need to get some rest. I would advise that.
Yeah.
I had to go to Richmond just to clear my head. It was good. You know what I'm saying? To go back home. In the place where you just feel like you're accepted and just everything just feels good. So yeah, so I'm doing good now. Everything's cool over here. But Pusha T.
Sorry.
Oh shit. That's what that
says cool tattoo until you realize that Mario will be the one jerking. Oh.
Sorry, I gotta stop. Reddit, bro.
Yeah, Mario. Yeah.
You just looking down. Y'all just
but
it's to me.
It's me. No, he's gonna help you with some white stuff. But speaking of white stuff, Pusha T, coke, rap,
a lot of coke.
Chris, I think you listened to the album. You
I
can do
did
a little
indeed.
quick album review. What are your thoughts on this new Pusha T album?
I really liked it, and it actually furthered my own belief that I don't know if I ever voiced this out on this podcast. I might have told it to you once, Peter, but there's never been at least to my knowledge, there's never been a project that Pharrell was a part of that I disliked in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Even if he wasn't necessarily like involved with all the production stuff, I don't think there's ever been a project that I've listened to with Pharrell being a part of it that I've disliked. I didn't even know he was a part of it. Though actually, when I like went back and listened to it, I listened to it like 2 or 3 times just to be sure, because it's not long. It's like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But just listen to it. If you can feel the Pharrellness of it. To me, it feels like
did it take away from the actual, did it take away from the artist Pusha T?
No, not at all. Not at all. He still got a lot of cocaine bars out there.
Man,
a lot.
This album. Are you done, Chris? Or
yeah, I'm done.
This album, I told people in the group chat and just people I know in hip hop realm that the last album, Daytona, was a masterpiece, and I meant it. And I got a lot of pushback from that because he doesn't talk about coke, and it's not J. Cole or Kendrick where he's talking about substance. Some people have a lane that they specialize in, and they're very good at it. I'll say this, Pharrell and Kanye, they really know how to get the best out of Pusha T.
Mm-hmm.
He sound like, and I always say like, because people always focus on the coke, I focus on everything else. I focus on how good the raps are, the production, and how sinister this guy is. He sounds very like, and I know if you literally listen to the album, Chris, that laugh, bro, is as funny as the Jadakiss laugh. That laugh gets me dying every time.
I don't know if it's as funny as Jadakiss laugh. It is funny, but I don't know about as funny as Jadakiss laugh.
Yeah, I think I might be stretched. But still,
because Jadakiss laugh, sometimes if you come out of like nowhere, you don't even think about it coming, and then it just does.
It's true. That's true. But this laugh, this new ad-lib laugh that he got, where he sounds like Joker, is just hilarious. And then, but the way he sounds sinister and his cadence, it's good, man. It's like, I think he said he wants to be the Mark Sazy. I forgot the dude's name, the director, but Mark Sazy or something of coke rap or whatever. This album could be a movie.
Scorsese?
Yeah, I think Scorsese.
Yeah.
This album can be a movie. Just the way it's been produced and the rap, it could be a movie. It's special. Yeah,
no, like and you're right. You can definitely feel a vibe come off his raps. Like if you were to say he was like a bad guy in like a movie, just based off of like the vibe coming off of like this entire album, I could see that. I could see that. Like he's the guy sitting in the chair at the end of the movie. I could see that.
I told Dion, right? I don't know if you remember the title tracks off the album, but just so you remember, if you remember that, do you know that? Remember that track on the album? It's the 5th track.
What was it called?
Just so you remember. It's the fifth track.
What was the wait, let me look.
Do you think I could
Yeah, because it's after the JC one. Okay,
yeah. That record, I said that needs to be in a Batman or Joker movie as Joker's theme song. That shit sounded like it like he was channeling Joker. I was like, hey yo, this nigga is different, but like even what you said about the production, like the song, is it Open Air or Call My Bluff? Pharrell's using like a Ferris wheel sound. I was like,
because like I saw where they said it was Kanye and Pharrell produced. I was like, bro, this is Pharrell. This like Kanye might have been in there while he was producing it, but that was Pharrell.
But you can feel Kanye's production on.
Well, you can feel Kanye's production on most of Pusha T stuff, like a lot of the time. But like this feels like
Pharrell.
It feels like it was Pharrell all the way through to me.
Yeah, I think the record that I feel like the most there's a couple, because I jotted it down. The record that I feel like was more Kanye was Dreaming of the Past. The third track, Diet Coke.
Okay, yeah, Diet Coke, yeah.
I think Just So You Remember was Kanye, I think that's Kanye. I have to look back. Man, those are the records that I really feel is Kanye-esque, but the rest of this feels more Pharrell.
Diet Coke, I can definitely agree with, and Just So You Remember, I can definitely agree with probably Kanye too. But still, even in those, not so much in Diet Coke, but and Just So You Remember, even in that one, you can still feel it to me.
Yeah, you can still feel the Pharrell's influence. Hear Me Clearly is probably another one that is more Kanye too. That's another one that, but yeah, you're right, man. Pharrell did, and let the smoke shine the coupe. Oh, that's that second track. The way that thing come, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, this is the best album I've heard. The top of the, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, it's the best album I've heard.
That second track, you can't tell me Pharrell wasn't part of that.
Yeah, that's a Pharrell track.
You can't tell me it wasn't Pharrell.
The way that beat comes in, it was so crazy. My brother, like he usually calls me, but like, he called me. He's like, "Hey, yo, Peter, man, you heard this album? This second track by Pharrell. Like Pharrell get Pharrell did this, but yeah, man. Not to put too much on this. I think for now, this is the best album I've heard this year. Just for now. And you know where we're going with this. For now. Because I have to segue. Kendrick is coming back. May 13th. How you feeling, man? How you feeling, fellas? We getting the Kendrick album in 3 weeks.
Feels good.
Is it confirmed? Is it a confirmed album?
Yep. 13th of May.
Feel good. I'm happy. Like, I think I'll be done my class then too, so I can just, listen to that, knock on wood, pray to God I do well enough for this class. Still got to be in there right now. But, it's just, I already told y'all that circumstance, how that class kind of set up. So, hopefully I don't fall back too far or anything. But, again, knock on wood. But, what's that?
You terrify me. Please continue.
Yeah, no, I'm terrified of myself. But we've all been waiting for years and years. Since that kid, they teased us with that doggone, was it Black Friday?
Yeah, back in 2017,
No. That's a little too far. Black Friday was like after To Pimp a Butterfly.
Was it?
Yeah, Black Friday was after. That was around Forest Hill Drive to Pimp a Butterfly.
You're right.
You said it wasn't that far back. Forest Hill Drive was in 2014.
Yeah, it's that far. Yeah.
Oh wait, was that when that came out?
Yeah. Black Friday came out
then.
No, Black Friday came out 2015. I'm pretty sure.
2015.
2015.
Not 2017.
No.
I'm pretty sure it's 2017. Pete.
Yeah. Look at it. I could be wrong. The Black Friday, because I remember Black Friday came out because they did all. He rapped over All Right, and he rapped over and J. Cole rapped over All Right.
No, you were right.
I'm right.
Yeah, it was 2015.
Yeah, it was 2015. Yeah, because he rapped over All Right, and then I think what's it called? Rapped over what's the record on Forest Hill Drive? I forgot, but the hard drum, Hands in the Air. I forgot the name of the song, but the hook, forgot the name of the song. But yeah, I'll go on, Chris.
Okay, well, whenever I've been waiting a long time for this.
Right. So I didn't mean to kill your point, but
no, you're good. You're good. I just, it feels like forever ago that came out. I mean, not even that long ago it came out. I mean, I guess 2017 will still be a while ago at this point in time.
That's 5 years.
Yeah, it's 5 years at this point. But still, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been waiting a while, man. I've been ready. They teased us a while ago. Like how at least once a year on Twitter, Kendrick would be trending because they'd be like, what if he put out an album this year? What if he put out an album this year? Because people are ready, man. I think he was trending earlier this week because like people. No, it was on April Fool's Day, but everybody thought it was a joke. I think. So people kind of felt indifferent about it. Like, this is gonna be a joke. It's gonna be a joke, and now we find that it's real. People probably, feeling like me, man. Just like I don't even know how to express it right now. Like I've been so ready for this. And then, all those J. Cole fans be like, well, J. Cole putting out music everywhere. And I love J. Cole, but I miss Kendrick.
I like J. Cole, but I don't really rock with J. Cole fans. But that's neither here nor there. Go, Chris.
Well, assuming if it's true, I am excited either way.
Okay. Like you, Chris, I've been feeling for a Kendrick Lamar album for a while now. I thought he would drop in 2020. Pandemic happened, and I think me and my guy.
They were saying he was going to drop in 2020.
Yeah, me and shout out to our dude Suave, Montana, Jason. We were talking about that like 2 years ago. Like, what if Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole dropped in the same week? It never happened. J. Cole and Drake dropped in 2021. Their perspective, and then J. Cole's like, and then Kendrick's like, I'm gonna wait another year. So I'm happy about it. I really want to see what Kendrick does with this album. For me personally, I always feel like Kendrick drops when I'm going through something in life. I kid you not. I kid you not.
What if he was legit waiting for that too? He was like, Peter, I see you having a hard time. Let me just drop this for you real quick.
Yeah, Good Kid, Mad City dropped when I was about to go to community college. When I came back fresh from the States. And that title, Good Kid, Mad City, kind of fit. And that album, my mom was driving a minivan. And that album, Good Kid, the title, fit because I was living in Hagerstown at the time. And it was a Mad City. So it was like stuff like that. Yeah, like little things like that you don't really realize. And then To Pimp a Butterfly dropped right before I transferred to Frostburg when I was looking for a college to go to. And then Damn dropped the semester before I was gonna graduate.
Yeah.
And if you remember that album to me means a lot because that previous semester, like I was, that shit with a lot of personal, like a lot of dumb stuff happened with me. My hair, I had this high top.
So high. It was so high.
And then after that album dropped, that summer I cut my hair and all of y'all said, Peter, you look different. Man, you look like you're about to get the Fortune 400 job. Like, Peter, you usually dress like an old head with a Tupac shirt. Like, you actually dressing like someone that's from this time.
Yeah, I said that. Because you was dressed, like all the baggy stuff. I was like, you wearing stuff bigger than me, and I got you by a smooth 70 pounds here, man. Like,
yeah. Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, that album got me through that whole summer. That album, I'm like, damn was just damn. It really was good. It really had an effect on how I because at the time there was a lot of trash rap, and you know how I was with Sion. Shout out to Sion, but but yeah, it really I feel like he drops every time I'm about to do something in life. So I hope he tackles stuff that I can relate to with this album. Yeah, I can't wait, man. I a feature from Nas or Andre 3000.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be cool. I'd like that too. But I also really think like, and just like looking at some of the stuff he came out with, like like I'm almost 100% sure like Baby King's gonna be on there, and like I could really see him doing like some more experimental type stuff. Not to say like it'd be weird or bad or anything. It'd just be like, oh, I didn't expect that from Kendrick. Stuff like that. Not necessarily gonna be like top of the morning type stuff.
That was hard though.
I know it was hard, but you don't expect that. You don't expect that. You know, I'm not saying it'll be exactly like that, but I can definitely expect like it's gonna be something that we haven't even considered from Kendrick.
Yeah, I really don't know. I was talking to Dion about it because he's also a big Kendrick guy. Like he could like try something where it's like untitled, unmastered, but actually finish everything. Like actually, it's finished tracks with an idea behind it. Like said that type of vibe, but really you don't know when it comes to Kendrick because all his albums are different. You know what I'm saying? So
different message, different story.
Yeah, me and him were actually saying like we're actually comparing them to like Outkast. Because like you see how Outkast, every album was different. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I can't wait for that. Oh, and the album's called Mr. Moral and the Big Steppers.
Yeah.
Love it. So is this just a trend? I mean, like a couple years ago, back in 2019, it was all about the 80s and the 80s paraphernalia. And then we have, Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak coming out with these new sounds with Silk Sonic and Leave the Door Open, basically. And that was like things from like, early 70s, late 80s. I mean, late 70s, early 80s. So hopefully we can get some cool music collabs with this new album.
That'd be cool too. That'd be a cool collab too.
Yeah. Oh, Anderson .Paak.
That would be a good collab.
Yeah, that would be dope.
That'd be a great collab.
Yeah,
that's
I like
a good idea, Avery. I like that.
Yeah, I like how you mentioned
that'd be really good.
You're right. I feel like every once in a while, like with certain artists, they rebring a certain thing back. Even with Pusha T, if you really listen to it, this stuff sounds like some stuff from the 90s and the 2000s.
Yeah.
Let's just be real.
But it works.
But but they made it sound modern. So like, I feel you on that. I could see that. I could definitely see that. But yeah, Kendrick is coming back. Us on the Out of the Berg podcast, we are very, very happy to hear that. But we're gonna have some two topics. Well, this next one. We're talking about Kendrick. We're talking about Pusha T. And at times we do talk about J. Cole on here, even though the J. Cole fans can be a little bit weird. But recently GQ said some blasphemy. They said that Future is the best rapper alive. Now, before I go, any thoughts?
You said GQ wasn't GQ magazine?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What? You know what? I'm not surprised. Those guys, they're out there. They're out there. I mean, they gave Paul Rudd the sexiest man alive a year ago. I mean, I guess that works for some people. I mean, I guess I don't find it attractive, but you get what I'm saying. But it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get you, bro. It's like, I don't know what criteria they were using.
I have no idea. I don't like. They went from Brad Pitt in 2004. I like the last time he won was like back in 2014, 2015. I mean, I get it. The beauty standard changes or whatever. But I'm like, what was the actual criteria? Like, where's the rubric? I need to see on scoreboards. Oh, your boy, Idris Elba won a couple years ago, and then it's just like, I guess they're just
ESS.
Maybe they just use like clout as like as a criteria then, because I don't know how Future would be considered in any. No offense to all the Future has out there, but I don't see how he's considered the best rapper alive. Like, he's not even top 5. He's not top 10 really. Like, like you talking about like club stuff. I'm sure he goes crazy in the club because you can listen to Future's whole album, think it's the same song, and never have to worry about anything. You don't play 30 different songs and everybody think the same song and they just like, oh, DJ played this song again for me because I wanted to hear it again. It was the same song and he ain't have to worry about it. Because it's like that. You just stuff be sound the same to me.
His stuff is the same.
I was Sion was here. Future, because he would play devil's advocate. But Peter, you gotta think about. Listen, man, Future ain't the best rapper of nothing.
Like just like in what context, man? Like honestly, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it's just like, is he number one in sales? Is he?
Listen,
number one?
The reason why I don't get if this was like maybe 2015 when he put out the Dirty Sprite 2.
Oh yeah,
right?
Dirty Sprite 2.
At that time, he wasn't the best rapper, but he was the hottest rapper at the time.
Sure.
Like he could like when I came to Frostburg that first semester,
mm-hmm.
I think it was that summer that dropped, and it was that fall. Dog, all I heard was this Dirty Sprite 2 everywhere.
That fall, and then went on to that winter semester too.
Yeah,
you guys music.
Yeah, they were. Future was like that around that time, but like now, when's the last time he dropped an album? I don't hit like Future is like relevant in culture because of like the jokes and the toxic stuff. I remember we were talking.
Yeah, I was about to say he's still relevant because all the toxic stuff he be doing.
Yeah, but like as far as music, I don't even like what has he put out that's been good. Like really, is everything he's put like
his most memorable bar to me, like in recent time, was on that Black Panther track. You know, like the la di da di da.
Oh, slob on my knob.
Yeah, and that's not even his. That's from Juicy J.
Yeah, he took that track from somebody.
I mean, not the part.
Not the da di da. That's an '80s record. That's an '80s.
Yeah.
I think, that's what's the dude's name? The dude with the patch on his eye. Slick Rick.
Slick Rick. Yeah. He's back in I think he can come back in the country now. I know he had to leave, but he can come back now.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you were saying, Chris?
Yeah, no, I was just saying like that was like that's the most memorable bar he had for me for like in a while that I can think of. So I don't know. I don't know how this was even qualified. Was he just like, has he been doing like other stuff other than music lately?
I don't know. Everything about Future that I hear is just toxic. That toxic man stuff that people like to push. And you know what's funny? Now they're saying that Jada Pinkett Smith is the female version of Future. Like stupid stuff like that. It's disrespectful. But leave people's wives alone. They will slap you out here. Mm-hmm. But back to the like he's not. I wouldn't even put him over Lil Baby or the Baby. Like forget the real rappers. I wouldn't even put him over him. Like, he's not. And for like his last real big record was the Molly Percocet. What's the song?
No.
Mask Off.
Mask Off.
Yeah, that was his last real big record. Everything else has kind of been very average and mid, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, shout out to Future for doing whatever he doing to get that type of look. But Elliot Wilson, we need to take your hip hop card because you wrote that article. Elliot Wilson Elliot Wilson from Rob Radar, right?
Yeah,
right. You did that. We need to take your card. Yeah, but But on to other rappers. A$AP Rocky, he got arrested in the airport of being connected to a shooting. Coming back from being with Rihanna in Barbados. So he's a DSS member, but damn it, man. I envy you, A$AP Rocky.
He took Rihanna from you?
He took Rihanna from Drake. And that makes me feel better.
Fair, Rihanna was out of the game for a minute.
Oh man, hey, yo, they're gonna take this out of context. Peter hates light skins, but but what are your thoughts on him getting arrested and being attached to a shooting? which I think is weird.
Yeah, I think that's weird too. And it's like, to be honest, I don't know how to feel about that because it's just like, is he still like affiliated with that type of stuff currently? I know he's been like all into fashion and stuff, so it kind of feels like a weird turn unless he just never really got out of it and we just weren't aware, you know?
I think from what I heard, and I think somebody in our group chat said this, it's something from like it's internal beef within the ASAP family. I think they said ASAP either shot at somebody in his camp or something happened because one of them dudes said they snitched on Rocky. That somebody in the family in their like ASAP mob family snitched on Rocky. So that's what they're essentially alluding to, or what I've been hearing. But all I gotta say is, man, ASAP Rocky, you got the baddest joint in the world right now. About to have a child with the baddest woman in the world. And as you see how I'm talking, I'm sad because it can't be me. Don't mess it up, man. You're DSS. You're part of the DSS, man. Don't mess it up. You're part of the DSS. Like, I'm rooting for you, but I'm kind of hating a little. You know what I'm saying? Because it can't be me. But don't ruin it, man. Like, you don't gotta hold in the. I don't know what actually happened, but you gotta avoid stupid situations like this. And forget the silly shit I said about DSS or whatever. Or you having Rihanna, your brand, your money, you know, your name. You know what I'm saying? These are things you have to protect. And when you get to that, because like he's been killing it with the fashion more than even the music. When you get to that point, you need to get that type of energy away from you. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thoughts on it. Damn, Rihanna.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I don't really know what to say other than like, why, even if you are having like a beef, why would you, first off, if you shooting at one of your own people, then that's not your people anymore, first off. And second off, I don't know why you would even do it. And if you are for some reason so upset that you felt you got to shoot at somebody and you rich as ASAP Rocky, why would you do it yourself?
Kind of reminds of an individual, of a short guy who's been alleged of doing that.
Rock.
You know, kind of reminds me of that. Like, why do you have a gun in the car and you have a whole bodyguard and the gun is with you? But that's still not the case.
Problem child.
But yeah, I think that's our thoughts on the whole ASAP Rocky thing. Last thing I think on hip hop before we get into a few more topics and then the questions. I want to say this: rest in peace, DJ K Slay. He passed away. Was it last week, or was it sometime this week? Yeah, early this week.
I was about to say it was like, was it Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, okay, yeah. He passed away Tuesday. This is a blow for underground hip hop because people don't know the importance of DJ K Slay. He's the reason for like a lot of these rappers, like the Papooses, the Fabulous, Cameron, Nas, all of these dudes that like had maybe a career fall or like they were coming up. He helped them elevate. Like Fat Joe, all of these dudes, he helped them. Like the funniest story I know from K Slay was when Kendrick was coming on, right? And you know the perception of Kendrick when he was coming on was that he was like a nerd or like a, the rappity rap dude that looks like a dweeb, right? Or whatever. So he said, yo, Kendrick used to come over to me and he started rapping a dubba da dubba da dubba da dubba da dubba. And I'm like, yo, that's nice. But man, I'm in a restaurant. Like, come. Then he see me again. I'll be like doing an event. And he come, yo, Slay, I got a freestyle. Let me do it for you. Dubba da dubba da. I'm like, yo, man, I'm doing some work over here, man. I'm gonna come listen to you. So just to see like the dedication from Kendrick and him just still like saying, okay, dude, I get it. You nice. I'm gonna bring you on my show. Mm-hmm. And what's crazy, 10 years ago, or maybe even more or longer, he put J-Rock, Nipsey, and Kendrick in a freestyle. Like it's a freestyle of them when they were all coming up. So just to see that all of these dudes blossomed, you know, rest in peace also to Nipsey, and J-Rock's been doing this thing now.
Yeah,
Kendrick's become Kendrick. You feel like, okay, his ear has a good ear for hip hop. Yeah, so rest in peace to him. I have a lot of DJ K-Slay stories, but Papoose is the one that he really put on as far as like his artist. So I know Papoose probably going through it. But yeah, rest in peace, K-Slay. Rest in peace, K-Slay. Yeah, so what's next for us to, you know, let's talk about these the Kardashians. Before we get into this other one, the Kardashians, they're getting sued by Blac Chyna. I'm not going to get into the details of that lawsuit because it's really ridiculous. But there's one thing I want us to discuss. Blac Chyna allegedly put a gun to his head and said,
whoa. I'm sorry. You said his. You need to rewind that, my man.
You're talking about to the brother, right?
Yeah. Okay. Blac Chyna put Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk about the kid.
About the Jenner one.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there was something about Kylie Jenner, but like I said, I don't want to get some of this other stuff.
Yeah, I can't even tell them apart. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Because it's really a silly lawsuit, but something came up that really kind of irked my nerve, and I felt like we should talk about. Blac Chyna says she put a gun. Well, they're saying that she put a gun to his head, and her response was, "That was a joke." Yes, Chris. That's her. That was her. This is Bozo of the Week worthy. Actually, put the sound effects somewhere in here. When you
didn't say
put
that.
The sound effects in here. Put the sound effects in. There was a lot of stuff she said in the lawsuit that I we'll talk off air because the lawyer needs to get fired. That's what I got to say. But this is one of the things. I'll just say this: you're suing them.
Wait, she's the one suing.
She's the one suing.
And she's the one who put the gun up to his head.
No, but let me tell you what she's suing for. She's suing for the Kardashians conspiring to end her show with Rob, right? $100 million, right? And they said that they ended the show for her for their son's safety with you because you were allegedly cuckoo. They said you put a gun to this man's head. And your response is, that was a joke. This is really Bozo of the Week type of energy. Blac Chyna, you're in that's not that you don't do. I don't care what it is. That's not no joke. This ain't Russian roulette or whatever. I don't even think that's a joke. That's something you can actually die from if you don't take care. Like what? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't have much to say.
I know she was in like news recently talking about how she was a single mother and she doesn't get no child support from her baby fathers. But then I know Rob and Tyga both went on after her saying, "Well, I have full custody of our child, so you don't get the child support." She only sees the kid like twice a week.
And that should tell you something, because I'm telling you, with cases like that, they tend to give it to them. They tend to give the child to the mom.
And both fathers have the children.
And that should tell you something about her.
Yeah.
So listen, man. If you're gonna sue the Kardashians, man, at least be smart. Like I said, there's some other stuff she said in this lawsuit or in this case that is really gonna like. But this was when I heard this, I was like, yeah, we have to talk about this. And I also want to take it from this angle. We talk about toxic masculinity, but we also have to talk about like this toxic female thing. Like, because if it's a man putting a gun to a woman's head and he said he's joking, That ain't gonna fly. I don't feel like it's cool for a female to say, "Yeah, I put a gun." They say it was a joke. Like, yeah, a man should take that.
No joke.
That's not a joke. So, Black China, you need some spiritual healing. You need a lot, bro. Because because he tweeted, I think a couple weeks ago. You know that thing you just said about the whole Tiger and the child support thing. She said she's barely making ends meet, and she had to sell a couple of cars,
like 3 cars or something like that.
And I'm like,
what kind of cars were they?
Probably high end, expensive ones.
I mean, you gotta like
you have your OnlyFans. You go for club. Well, now maybe the pandemic slowed you up. You can't do club appearances anymore. But you've had enough clout to make some money on your own. Like, what more do you want? I don't get it. I'm not going to judge. I just don't get it, B. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. And then you tell the judge you haven't filed your taxes. The last time you filed your taxes was in 2015. This is the thing I said I was going to tell y'all off. I'm telling you guys. He said she hasn't filed her taxes since 2015. Add another sound effect there. Man, these people, your lawyer had to be. I don't know what lawyer she hired because she don't. Boy, Uncle Sam's coming for you.
That lawyer probably just got paid to be there, honestly.
Lord have mercy.
Or put on a good show.
Yeah. Chris, you'll add the sound effects in here and the places you feel to. People are dumb. Yeah. And speaking of dumb people, I always say there are a few people in life you just leave alone. Suge Knight would be one of them. Now he's older, but then there was another guy in the 90s that you stay away from. Mike Tyson. Of late, he's been a very nice, peaceful guy. He's not like how he was back in the day where he would just bite
He's
your
more like
ear
a
off.
father figure right now.
Yeah, a father figure. Like back in the day, Mike Tyson would threaten to. Yeah, there's a clip of him threatening people. I'm not going to say what he said because it's really crazy. If you have you watched the King Peele sketch? Yeah, Chris knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I've seen a few of his little stuff like that. You know, he was a wild guy.
Yeah, I'll eat your children. You know, that type of stuff. Yeah, he's crazy. But still, you got to thread like I don't care if the man has changed for God. You leave people like that alone. This white dude at the airport thought it was cool to heckle him and allegedly throw a bottle at him.
Yeah,
and guess what Mike Tyson did? Punched him in the face a couple times. You had to put him to sleep a little bit.
A lot of it. Because he was old, he could get over on Mike Tyson.
He's still got a mean jab. Have you seen him in his training videos? Like,
I got scared for the person that was holding that. I got scared for him. I want to be like, oh God, how much are they paying you to hold that? Because boy, but yeah,
honestly, even looking at those videos, like I feel like, granted, I don't know necessarily feel when, but some of those heavier blows he was putting on that person who was holding that bag, man. I feel like he got hurt like another professional, like in current day still. I don't feel like a lot of people taking that just like that didn't hurt. I can't see that.
Those were taps. I'm good. I can go another round.
Like I'm not saying it's gonna take him out or nothing, but they gonna feel every piece of that blow.
Lightweight, baby. Lightweight.
Yeah.
Oh, Rocky. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
But yeah, I think you just leave people like Mike Tyson. Like, come on, man. I don't care if he's 60.
How old is he?
You know what I'm saying? You leave Mike Tyson the fuck alone. I think he's probably in his 50s, right, Chris?
I think he's mid 50s.
Mid 50s, yeah. Yeah, so you leave people like that.
He's how old?
55.
55.
You got it right, Chris. So
yeah,
another bozo effect for the heckler. If you think you're gonna get some money from this, no. You don't heckle people.
He was an instigator.
Don't instigate and heckle people. You know what I'm saying? Reminds me of a story. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna tell you, but Mike Tyson was chasing a security guard that was messing with that was being an asshole to Fat Joe and Big Pun.
Mm-hmm.
And this big bulky dude was running around the car scared of Mike Tyson, like, I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna get you. Like. So when I hear stories,
Mike Tyson is a scary dude, man.
When I hear stories like that,
some pound, 6 foot, like heavyweight champion of the world at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how old he is.
Yes. When I hear stories like that, I'm like, why would you try? When you see Mike Tyson, you just say, "Hi, my brother," and you just keep it moving. I don't know. Hey,
you say yes, sir, no, sir, and you move out the way. Humbly.
It's just him, Deontay, any heavyweight, honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
Motherfuckers know. Especially Deontay Wilder. He'll hit you with one.
Oh yeah, he gonna hit you around the crown of your head.
Fucking, you gonna wake up in the year 2026.
Mm-hmm.
If you dig, but
you wake up a foot shorter.
Yeah.
Punch your spine into itself.
But yeah, let's get into some of these questions. We'll go through some of these. Actually, you know the first question that popped up? What's your opinion about Mike Tyson beating up the passenger? Yeah, we basically said it. He's an idiot.
Well deserved.
I think, yeah. It's an interesting one. What are your thoughts on the new King Push album? That versus Daytona. Shout out to Dion for asking this question. I don't quite. This is hard. Okay. I can't. For me, I think Daytona, as of right now, it's better. But give this time, I may say it's better than Daytona. Daytona was more of like a short masterpiece. What him and Kanye did. I just got the. You know what's crazy? I got the vinyl. They delivered the vinyl to me today. Of all
I saw that you posted that earlier. Group chat.
So Daytona is another masterpiece that I'm like, ooh. But right now, the way this is bumping,
I think it's kind of hard to like put them together too, because Daytona's like 7 songs, and this one is 13, so it's twice the length of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you put like the 7 greatest songs on. What was this joke called again?
It's not dry. Something about dryness.
Yeah,
almost dry.
Almost dry. So you put the greatest 7 of It's Almost Dry versus Daytona 7.
I don't know, dude.
Not to mention, again, I'm a sucker for Pharrell type projects. So I'm gonna say It's Almost Dry right now because it's
almost dry.
I'm gonna say It's Almost Dry.
Gave me brain freeze because that's a great fucking question. All right, so just assuming my 7,
you got real, like it's half the length of Daytona. If we cut it down to its best 7, is it still not as good?
It's just because I'm going. Okay, I'll just say my favorite 7 so far. So Brambleton, Let the Smokers Shine, the Coops, Dreaming of the Past. I'm gonna go Neck and Wrist. That's 4. Just So You Remember, Diet Coke. And I would just say Call My Bluff as the 7th one, because I could do Call My Bluff or Hear Me Clear. I could interchange those 2.
I like Call My Bluff too.
Versus Daytona. I go to Chris. I don't know. I'm like,
honestly, if you think about it, Daytona is almost a like larger EP. The way it's you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
Because like an EP would be like no more than maybe like five songs. You know?
Yeah.
But it's only got 7.
Yeah, let me go through Daytona real quick. Oh, shit. Let me do comeback. Okay. I'm still gonna roll with Daytona for now because I was looking at that track list. There's nothing there's nothing on there I'm skipping. I'm gonna just go Daytona because it's been out longer and I'll play that shit like it was crack when it was out. So I'm gonna go just because of how I was playing it. But if I'm being real, I don't know. Because the 7 I just mentioned on from It's Almost Dry. Yeah, I'm gonna just give it to Daytona just because I've digested it more. But I will hold you, Chris. Give me maybe like a couple months. I'll probably be on your side. Because Pharrell and Kanye, all of the production on both albums are just like, we gotta have a conversation about Pusha T and where he ranks. Because y'all niggas, and y'all know who y'all are. Y'all, for certain rappers, y'all want to put in a box and say, well, just judging off of quality alone, these past two Pusha T albums have been as good as any J. Cole album. And I'm gonna say this too. If you put 2 of Kendrick's best albums, this may come. I'm not gonna go as far as saying as good, but it can compete. It can compete. But as far as J. Cole albums,
chose you skipped violence and went straight to war. You chose war.
No, as far as the J. Cole thing, I stand on that. Okay, let's be real. Who's playing off season right now?
Only a few people.
I'm guaranteeing you that this Pusha T album has more lasting power than off season. But that's me. But the Kendrick part, I said Daytona and this, it can compete. And I don't think it'll be better than Kendrick shit. I don't know about that.
Either of those statements you made, you're choosing war. You're choosing a full-out war. Listen, forget the violence. Violence is the byproduct of.
As far as the J. Cole point, I put my foot down 100%.
Wow.
Bring 2 of J. Cole's best albums with these 2. I put my. The only album that you what's a mixtape? Friday Night Lights. I'll give you that. But I don't think Born Sin is better than Daytona.
Don't look at your after this come out. Don't look at any of your DMs or whatever for about 2-3 weeks. All right.
Hey man, the J. Cole fans already think I hate J. Cole. Listen, I don't hate J. Cole, but y'all worship this dude. I don't worship any of these rappers. I don't care. I give my opinion. I don't care. You know, but yeah, I think Push. Regardless of if you agree with what I said or not, I think the conversation as far as him should be, better. That was my point. But if I says anything controversial, at me. RDC World, at me. At us. If you don't like what I said about J. Cole, y'all worship that dude. Tremaine Cole, yeah, you worship that dude. Jesus Christ. What's the next question? Thoughts on album sales and rap music. Does it matter? Yes and no.
Yeah. Well, first off, yes, it does. It doesn't necessarily dictate the quality of the rapper themselves, but it as a I talked about previously on here, talking about the comedians and stuff. Rappers are also businessmen or entrepreneurs because they're lady rappers as well. So entrepreneurs, and if you can't sell your product, you can't get paid. You can have the best product out there, but if you're not getting paid, then or if people are not listening to it, you're not selling your product. You're not selling your product. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
I say yes and no. And the reason for my no, I'll explain. But let me start with the yes. Yes, because like you said, it's a product. You have to sell that shit. Gotta move it. And it means something, especially if you're an artist like J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake, or even like a mid, or people will say mid tier, like what's the dude's name? Like Joey Badasses, or like it means something to the point of how your deal is structured, the business of it. From that point of view, I don't think it's as important in culture today as far as how you measure success of an album, because I think what's replaced that is the artist brand and what the artist is into outside of rap. You know what I'm saying? I think back then we looked at sales like it was the mega thing because that's all you had to lean into, right? Mm-hmm. But say like you have merchandising, you have other business ventures, and you have a brand like Meek. Meek has a brand, right?
Yeah.
Wale has a brand. Like these artists have legit brands that are like outside of rap, where like if they sell 55,000, it doesn't reflect on their success because they have other stuff that, you know, determines how big they are, or like how we measure them. Whereas back in the day, you ain't had like it was hard to get like merch and stuff and hard to get endorsement deals. So you had to lean into doing well for your first week sales.
I do agree with that, but I don't know if I necessarily agree with like the selling like 50,000 in only like the first week or whatever. Cause like I feel like sales like of an album also dictate like whether or not you can take this, like you can go on tour with that album. And then that also is like a large portion of like what they make too. Like, don't get me wrong, like merch and like all of the stuff for your branding too is, you know, like extremely important. But like that's also stuff that you will be bringing with you like on tour. So if you can't go around the country or wherever around the world, around your city, wherever you will be touring around, and you can't sell your merch or you can't do this, that, and the other. Not saying you can't do it online, because you know, like you can do anything online these days.
Okay.
But like, I feel like the marketing success of your album is also like a very important thing.
Yeah, and it's I agree with you there on the touring part, because like if you're a Drake, selling 50,000 is an L, because you're an artist that like when you say you're doing a show, you're expecting over 100,000 people to show.
Mm-hmm.
Doing 50,000 doesn't reflect that, because depending on where you're at, you're doing big stadium shows. Drake's doing big stadium shows. He ain't doing no club appearance or like a small set. But like a guy like Freddie Gibbs, if he sells 75, his fan base is a little lower. It's on a smaller trim. It's more like hip hop heads that are like on a smaller scale, like kind of underground, but not underground if you say. So if he does 75 or 50, he's gonna do venues, smaller venues that's gonna like support that.
Yeah, but that there's also like levels to it though, because you know, like not everyone's gonna be like out here like selling like 100,000 tickets or anything like that. I'm not gonna put like unrealistic standards on everybody. Like not everybody out here gonna do like Drake numbers or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you even have to get close to Drake numbers to be successful. I'm sure like everybody has like a margin of like where they're successful and where they're not, you know, like for like each album they sell. But like I do feel like that is like, at least for everybody, like pretty like high like market, a reasonably high like marker for success. Is like, can I sell this album? Am I marketing this album correctly? You know, like they'll go on like different shows and stuff, or they'll be like on different people's, you know, like Instagrams, their social medias, whatever, marketing. So I feel like it's very important to like market your album and stuff correctly.
Okay, yeah, make it known. Yeah, I just think I'm not saying that. I think my point is I'm not saying it's not important, but I feel like back in the day, like man, your first week sales was like,
oh yeah, that was everything. It was definitely more important back then.
Yeah, sure. Because like if you didn't do well, they're not doing your second album.
Because in today's world, you could be streaming. Like you could be, your album might be doing like good, like 2-3 years from now. And then that's when you like start to pick up and like see like actual stuff like picking up. Like, exactly. You know, like Kendrick's To Pimp a Butterfly, like everybody was saying like he fell off and then like 2 or 3 years later, everybody hopped on it.
Hop back on. Yeah. So something like, yeah, like that. Cause like back in the day, if you're like, and I was like talking to like other hip hop heads about this. If you sold 150,000 a week,
mm-hmm.
that was considered an L. Like you had to do at least 3 to sometimes sometimes you had to go 500,000, like 500,000 or like 300. Even that people look at like, because you actually had to go out to buy the album.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So yeah, I mean, you know, I think sales have I wouldn't say the importance of it isn't there, but like I said, depending on your deal, if you're independent and you sell 50,000 and you make all that money from your master, if you own your like master or your share that album, yeah, selling that 50,000, you're gonna get all that fucking money. But say if you're on Def Jam and they own your masters and they own majority of your publishing, you sell the 50,000, that don't really help your pockets. So it really depends. I think it is important, you know, depending on the artist, depending on the situation, and just like, you know, yeah, it's factors. There's a lot of factors. I think you just look into it, but you know, but yeah, that was a good question. I think Dylan, my brother, asked that question. He always likes to ask questions that'll get you to think. Oh, some questions here. Are y'all ready for that new Kendrick? I think that's.
Mm-hmm. We ready.
We've been ready. Will Pusha T ever stop coke rap?
Nah.
Will Patrick ever get smart?
Will who?
Will Patrick ever get smart?
I feel like he did one time.
And there's one record where it was substance based. That first record, he was talking about a friend. So yeah, well, there's one time.
Yeah, it's crazy how I still work.
Yeah, so one time. But yeah, he's still gonna rap about coke. I know what you do for a con. Is it a Klondike bar? Is that how you say it?
You saying Klondike bar?
Yeah.
Is this spelled Kolind? I can't spell the Klondike bar. But
but what would you do for Alexis? Work and get the money to pay. I ain't doing nothing quite crazy.
Wait, say that again. Say the whole thing again.
I know what you would do for. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I know what you do for a Klondike bar.
Klondike bar, but what would you do for Alexis?
That's a Juicy J lyric.
I guess the person that asked that would know. Listen. We work hard over here, and I would pay for the Klondike bar with cash. Yes, it's like I'd buy the Lexus with some form of payment. But yes, Chris, what would you do?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Anything you want to add to this, or should I just ask the next question?
I'm good.
Okay. Are aliens real?
Yes. Move on.
Yes. Okay.
Wait, real quick. Did y'all see? I think that was earlier this week or last week. People were tripping out because, like, scientists, I don't know whether it was NASA or somebody else, were sending like Earth's coordinates to like outer space.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so weird about it.
Okay.
They ran an experiment.
No, I don't want to say anything controversial. But certain people, please stop putting our lives at risk. There are other people. Okay? Stop playing. And I think y'all know what I'm talking about. But these certain people that are doing this, please. But they don't. They're probably not thinking about anybody else. Oh, it's fun. Let's give them their Earth coordinates. Oh, that would be so fun if we could see some aliens and play with them. I mean, they're gonna stop playing. Stop. I just say stop playing, y'all.
All I'm saying is they did this experiment before with the satellite. They put some sounds on it and sent it out in space. Eventually bounced back and gave us some radio waves and stuff. I forget what it was named. I think it was Voyager.
Oh, I remember that. I know what you're talking about. I don't remember his name either, but I remember.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. Either way, there's something out there.
Okay, somebody put a question that said no. The person that did that also said
yes.
Yeah. Chris, the person that said that, I don't think you want to say yes to for any.
Oh, wait. No, they said no.
E.
But they just put no.
Yeah. And the person that I just spelled the person, but yeah, you may or may not have to believe that. But this person also said he wanted to ask a question, but he said that it would melt my phone. So Chris, don't say yes because you like yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying yes to.
Yeah. Okay, let me see something. He may have because these people are crazy. Because he didn't respond to that shit. Okay, good. Okay, he didn't respond to that. All right, but yeah. I think that's it for.
Wait, so it really just said no?
Yeah, and then I said something in the chat, and then he was like, I was gonna ask a question, but the type of question I asked, it would melt your phone. And I'm like, you know what, man? You're very unpredictable. I don't want to risk it, so keep it to yourself. But you do have instigators like somebody we know that wanted to press him for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said, well, Jesus grabbed the wheel. I'm not looking at that.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that in the chat. You said Jesus grabbed the wheel and somebody put up Jesus grabbing the wheel.
Yeah, Jesus grabbed the wheel because I am not entertaining any wildness, and that sometimes they just get a little too crazy. But yeah, that's it for the show. Anything else you want to get off your chest, or should I just wrap it up?
That's it for me.
All right. Yeah, like I always say, you can find us on YouTube. We'll be on YouTube 3:15 Eastern Time Monday. On all podcasting platforms, midnight on Mondays. Remember, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Please engage with us. On every platform, please give us a rating. Please leave a comment anywhere else, and just engage with us, man. We want to grow. We want to know what you guys think about the podcast. As far as social media, at Out of the Berg on IG, Out of the Berg Pod on Twitter, and my personal is at Kofi Pita at IG, at Peter Kofi on Twitter. I just had a freeze, but yeah, Chris.
You can catch me on Twitter at BigChris_57 and IG at Everybody Loves Chris.
Avery, if you have your socials or
find me Avery at capital KOOPA on IG, and you can find me at Twitter at Averything with 3. I can't be sure. I got to change that. In high school. Anyway,
I can't stand the rain.
Oh, I thought you trying to be Busta Rhymes.
My window. Well, either or.
I think.
Either or. Like I said, stay black, stay woke. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, we beat him to it.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Out of the Berg podcast. We're available on all podcasting platforms, and we ask that you like, comment, share, and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever we release a new video. And as always, we like you, we love you, but we gotta go. Bye.